Chad, thanks for coming on. As my brother, I've known you your entire life. I've known you through all your stages of life, all the different, through high school and college and your first few jobs. I want to know at what point you decided you want to be in real estate. And I often wonder, is it because I was in real estate, or maybe you just, saw your calling?
It definitely was an influence. I think you being in the real estate industry opened my eyes and mind up to the prospect of doing it. And it just sort of happened organically.
You got in when I was getting out and starting the production company.
Exactly. And that's how I really got in, because shout out to Vince over at VHT.
Yeah.
That was really my first quote-unquote real job out of college. I was then Gotham Photo Company, now VHT.
Yep.
I was doing customer service for them, and I got to know all the real estate agents from Douglas Elliman and other big firms over the phone. I would pick up the phone, I'd have conversations with them, I would book all their photo shoots, I would look at all the listings that they were putting online, I would get to know them. And that just got the wheels turning in my head, and it inspired me to get my real estate license while I was working there.
And now you work with one of the best teams in the business, Greg Williamson's team. I haven't had a lot of direct communication with him, but you've got nothing but great things.
I don't think a lot of people have. He's like a man of mystery.
Right. Yeah,
He's like,
seems to be.
He lives in the shadows.
He seems to be, but he seems very well connected and well liked amongst his peers.
Absolutely.
And it seems like you've made a smart choice, and you seem happy.
Greg is a great dude. I'm so happy that, and things looking back, and I think this goes for most people's lives. If they haven't gotten there, I think everyone will. That when you look back on a certain stretch of time, everything sort of worked out in its own way, and where I'm at makes all the sense in the world. I could give you the long story of how Greg and I connected, but it all started at Gotham Photo Company over the phone, booking photo shoots for Greg. Me looking at his bio online, wondering like, who is this guy, and how is he doing all these deals? Just him. There was something about him being able to do multiple volume-based deals on his own that draw me to him compared to like a larger team that does tons of business all over with a bunch of people, which is awesome. But there was something really cool and appealing to Greg's business model and how he handled himself, which by matter of chance or fate ended up connecting us together first at 1995 Broadway. Shout out to Douglas Elliman over at 1995 Broadway as an admin when he moved to the office, and then as one of his team members.
I noticed you're doing a lot of shouting out. Is that?
I don't know. I feel like I'm on a podcast, so I feel like I have to say shout out.
What is this, Hot 97?
Shout out. I need to get one of those little burp, 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 like bombs going off. You know what I'm saying? Greg would deserve like 3 bombs.
Burp, 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 burp. Yeah. We can probably insert those. What inspires you, man?
What inspires me is what will make my life that much more exciting and fulfilling. So like right now, one of the things that inspires me is to run the New York City Marathon. A lot of people do the marathon, 50,000 people do it, but you know what? If you're one of those people that don't do it and think that, it's like, but what if you did that? That would be like really cool, right? To run the freaking New York City Marathon. So that's one of the things that sort of inspires me, something that makes my life more full.
If you were speaking to some new agents coming into the business, what are some roadblocks that they need to watch out for? What are some advice you have for some new agents?
Ooh, that's a really good one. As a new agent, there's a lot of things that you need to think about before jumping into a new firm or joining a team, because I know once you pass your real estate test and you get your license, picking a firm, do I work for a team? Do I work on my own? What do I do? I think it is really important that you take advantage of the coaching courses and programs that your particular firm is offering. Douglas Elliman offers an amazing new agent boot camp, which I did the Restart course, which is like for agents who have been in the business for a little while, but it's very similar to the new agent course, or it has some similarities. And I thought it was amazing. It gets your mind, most importantly, it gets your mind in that zone, that like peak work zone where you need to set up a business plan, come up with daily sort of activities that you need to accomplish, and it gets you into a routine. And I think really strong routines can build a foundation for what's to come next.
Shifting over to marketing, specifically social media marketing, do you have a favorite social media marketing channel?
I do.
What is it?
It's Instagram.
Okay.
I love Instagram, but in the last, I want to say, 3 months, I've been on Twitter more than Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but I think it's because it is the most up-to-date and rapid-fire version of communication that you can get on social. Like if you want to know the latest on what's going on with the sports trade, for example, or if like, I don't know, the entire rental laws just changed in your industry, I bet Twitter was the first place that you can find it, and you're able to get it right away in a very easy fashion.
That's some sound advice.
Thank you, Rob.
So Chad, my brother, top real estate professional at Douglas Elliman Real Estate, I appreciate you joining me on the podcast this week.
Hey, man. It's always good to see you.
Shout out to Chad.
Shout out to Chad and the Williamson team.
Thanks, bro.
Bye.